Okay. Okay. Call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And approval of the agenda.
Madam Chairman, can I would like to add one piece on the new business. Roger Tasher was here this evening to talk about posted roads, so I'd like to add that to the topic.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, motion's been made to
Second.
approve the agenda and seconded. All in favor? This is the part of the meeting where we have public forum. In public forum, anyone can make comments on any items that are not on the agenda. Would anyone like to?
Yes, Sam Hall, speaking for the Arundel Conservation. I just wanted to report to you that following on the discussions of last week that the Arundel Conservation Trust has now officially been established as a chapter of the Buckport Conservation Trust. And we will be talking more about it to you perhaps later on tonight in more detail. I just wanted to report that to the public.
Wonderful, thank you. Dot?
And it was a unanimous vote, too.
It was a unanimous vote, yes.
Unanimous vote. Okay, anyone else? All right. Moving on, approval of the minutes of February 15th.
A second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Abstain,
Okay, just one abstention. And committee and board reports.
Madam Chairman, maybe we could take up out of order, we have Representative MDOT here, probably like to get out of here sooner rather than later.
Well, that's an idea.
I appreciate it, but
Yep.
don't change our calendar, whatever you want.
No, that's okay. We will go out of order and we'll take A under new business and DOT central line rumble strip installation. And we have here Stephen Lodge with the Bureau of Project Development, the Highway Department, Maine DOT. Stephen?
You guys on camera or anything?
Yes, right up there. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm just gonna give one map, you guys will have to share it with,
Yeah.
Yes, Steve Bodge, I'm here with Maine DOT, talk a little bit about rumble strips. I gave a map to the council, and by definition, or by words, essentially, we're talking about Route 1 from the 50-mile-an-hour sign north of Fritz's Lane to the old post road, and you folks probably know that better than I do. A little bit of background on rumble strips in Maine. We put in our first rumble strips to the Department of Transportation in 2006. From 2006 to 2014, essentially, we were chasing head-on issues. We were chasing towns would ask us to come out and maybe put rumble strips on certain corridors. From 2006 to 2014, we put in a total of 55 miles in the state. So just a few rumble strips here and there, to fix problems that we knew had taken place. Starting in 2015, we decided that we should probably take a look at the system, take more of a systemic approach, if you will, and knowing that rumble strips save lives, knowing that rumble strips keep people in their own lane, and try to minimize our head-on collisions and fatalities. The study that we did was basically where on our roads in Maine are accidents taking place, and specifically where are fatalities and head-on collisions taking place. And three criteria showed very quickly on these locations, and it was our high-traffic locations, 6,000 cars or more, so our busy streets. It was our quarter priority roads 1 and 2, which for us, we have a 6-quarter priority list, with 1s and 2s being the highest, and 6 being town roads. So they were happening on our highest quarter priority roads, and they were happening in the higher speed locations, 45 miles an hour and above. So we looked at the entire system in the state of Maine, and we have approximately 500 miles that match all three of those criteria. We decided in 2015, as a department, that we are going to rumble strip all of those roads. In 2015, we put in 90 miles. In 2016, we put in approximately 146. So that leaves us with about 225 left between this year and the next year or two to get those completed. Route 1 in this area of Arundel fits that bill. It fits all three criteria, so therefore it's on our list to be done this summer. I'm basically here for a couple of reasons. Early on, when we're putting in rumble strips as a department, we don't have any pushback because essentially we're being asked to go there, or we're going there, you know, the year after a fatality takes place. Once the department starts to implement a process, then the public certainly has a say for or against that situation. The only negative that we have so far for rumble strips is noise. We have implemented 2 policies since we started putting in rumble strips in large number of miles, and those 2 policies are essentially we will not rumble in front of campgrounds or hotels, motels. So I'm here tonight to ask if you have any of those on that 1.5 mile stretch. And the second institution that we did, policy that we do, is we've changed the depth of our rumble strips from a 1/2 inch to 3/8 inch. Nationwide, it essentially is a quieter rumble strip, but yet it still gets the attention of the driver to keep them in their lane. Basically, like I said, I'm here to spread the word. I have given Town Manager Trevathan business cards. I'm going to give him copies of this report, which is actually basically the same background, all of the accident data that we studied, and basically our reasoning for putting in these rumble strips in this fashion. And I'm also going to give him some brochures. Essentially, it's a brochure put out by the Maine DOT, Understanding Rumble Strips, talking about why we put them in, how they save lives. And on the back is a second contact, is our safety director, Dwayne Brunell. And also on the back is a couple of just quick facts that we studied on our own roads in Maine after we put in rumble strips. And we have a 90% reduction in head-on fatalities and a 40% reduction in head-on crashes. So with that, I would be happy to take any questions, if anybody has any, about rumble strips in a rumble. Yes.
First of all, yes, you do have, your Cape Arundel cottages are right in that, as you go past Fritz towards heading north, you will come to Cape Arundel cottages.
Okay.
And secondly, just before you get to Fritz, going north, there's a hill. And I've been passed on that hill, and within the last month, I was passed on that hill. You can't see anything coming. If you're going to put in a rumble strip, please bring it back at least to the bottom of that hill. So instead of putting it in front of the cottages, bring it back and put it on that hill.
For the cottages, if you will, or hotels, motels, we're basically putting a gap. We're putting approximate end of property lines, and we're going a couple 100 feet, leaving a nice gap. Any place there's a side road, we're gonna have a gap. Any place there's what we call a major entrance, which to me would be like a shop and save or something that's really gonna generate a lot of traffic, we're putting a gap. So essentially, we will gap the cottages, if you will. I will take your advisement under advisement, but I can't guarantee, because I have to make sure that we don't disrupt and put them in front of somewhere where we shouldn't. So I'll look at it, it's most likely that's a great suggestion.
What about if you look at the rumble strips in and down the road, motel or campground goes in that area? You come back and fill that in, or?
Well, the hard way of creating a new policy is usually because you make a mistake. And we put these in front of a hotel, and we also put them in front of a campground last year. We got some complaints, and we did end up taking them out. And the way we take them out is we fill them back in, and they're just not there. Those are businesses where people are actually paying to sleep. So we realize that on some roads. And some roads have more trucks than others. Some have very few trucks, some have a lot of trucks, and if you have a lot of trucks and they try to straighten out a curvy road, then you're gonna have rumble strip noise. So, yeah, I mean, if you have a change in the future, certainly, we could change the rumble strip pattern. And at the same time, if there's any overlays that we do, any pavement, changes that we do, our intention is to re-rumble after those pavement changes are completed.
Jack, you had a question?
Yes, I don't recall, are there any campgrounds in that stretch?
Just the Arundel Cottages, Cape Arundel Cottages.
No.
Campground, no.
Yeah,
No, that's further south. Both of them, Bentley's and the other one are both further south.
How long does this take?
1.5 miles, the process is essentially, if I could get town manager DeBacon to give this to maybe the police officer that may cover this area.
Oh, okay.
Unit that covers this area, it's a moving operation, or a mobile operation, and with a safety vehicle in the front, a safety vehicle in the back. We've got the cutter, we've got the sweeper, and then, basically the whole operation is moving down the roadway, slowly but steadily. Cars come upon these two safety vehicles and they're asked to keep right, so basically they will hourglass around the operation. 1.5 miles of cutting and then putting a sealant back on in the second trip and then putting the striping back in. I don't expect them to be more than a day or two. I mean, it's a fairly quick operation. We did 146 miles last year and, from June to September or whatever, so, and that's statewide, so. Sir?
When would you be planning on starting this?
We don't have any restrictions, and what I mean by restrictions is, we don't have a pavement fix that needs to go in first, and then we need to come in behind that, so we have no restrictions at this time. With it being a moving operation, we put it through our traffic management, and we didn't have any suggestions to stay out at certain times, so it could happen anytime between June and September. We just recently received our bids, so I don't have a schedule from the contractor yet. I've given business cards out, and there's also some extras available up there. If somebody wanted to give me a call in April, I probably have a better idea of when they plan on coming to this area.
That was gonna be my question, Steve. Will you just email me when you're gonna start, or would it be better for me to contact you?
As of right now, I do not plan to email everybody. As you could expect, we're visiting 53 towns, I think, this spring, getting ready for this summer. We'll put in a lot of these this year, so if you would, I would appreciate if you would call me and I could tell you the schedule. That'd be so much easier for me.
Any other questions, concerns? Okay.
Folks, I really appreciate you being here. If you have any questions, feel free to call me for the report. Thank you, we'll be up on the schedule as well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back to committee and board reports, the planning board meeting. Nothing on the planning board meeting, how about budget board? Do we have a meeting coming up?
Just, yes, we have a meeting on Wednesday the 1st at 7 o'clock. That will be as a result of the snow day cancellation on the 15th. It will be the same agenda as that we had that evening will be discussed.
Okay. How about managers report, the managers?
Yes, just to try to give you some information, I'm planning on going to the managers interchange in Bangor on March 24th. It's going to be on preparing for recreational marijuana in Maine. There's a variety of guest speakers and different forums that will be discussed there. One of the things that also perks my interest is that our law firm will be represented there with Leo Rachin and Derwin Parkinson doing a piece of the presentation that day. Just a follow-up on the Alfred letter from the previous meeting. As you had discussed, there was some concerns from Alfred relative to being reimbursed for certain services that they provide through the ambulance service at the jail. They were concerned that that may even be more with the rehab. And facility coming into play. I contacted Alfred, they sent me a nice thank you. I also contacted the county manager and our county commissioners. The county manager got back to me, and he's under the impression that they have been paying their fair share moving forward. So he indicated to me that they'll have further discussions with Alfred, and had not taken a position one way or the other whether they were going to add additional funding into the county budget to take care of it. He thought maybe it was already being taken care of, so some issues going on there, but I thought I'd report that back to you folks. And finally, under the manager's report, at your last meeting, you approved the enforcement matters policy. I provided a copy for you, as well as a new index that will go into your 3-ring binder. From what I understand, you all have a 3-ring binder with municipal policies and ordinances in it, so it's there. That just reminds me, if you need a new ordinance, I'm sure you do, we'll have copies made because of the changes in the ordinance at that special town meeting. So I'll make those available as well.
Okay. New business, countersigning the RSU 21 warrant and notice of election calling.
Yes,
Do I have all the originals?
you have all the originals up at your end, Velma. From what I understand, they are, there's a motion in a second that needs to be enacted in order to sign those on the RSU 21's behalf. From what I understand, it's just for the postings for their meetings coming up.
This is at a regular voting on Tuesday, June 13th, 2017, for the purpose of determining the following question. And the question is, of course, do you favor approving the RSU 21 budget for the upcoming year? And the polls, of course, are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., which is exactly what they are. So we just need a motion to sign this so they can put it on the,
Say that again, because they vote for that budget before.
we have a town meeting style vote before.
Yeah, but the RSU has a meeting before, right?
That's right, this is what it's for.
Right. This is for, it's not for our meeting, it's for the
No.
RSU's meeting.
Oh.
Correct.
Yeah, the RSU approves the budget before our town meeting.
Now, this says to the voters of the
This is
town
the
of
second
Arundel.
vote.
This is the second vote.
The second vote takes place as our municipal elections.
Yeah. This one's for the one that's held at the Arundel Fire Station, Tuesday, June 13th. That's what this one's for.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Now, we've got about a dozen copies here. Not sure my name. They must like using paper. There must be a legal reason why they have to have so many. Wait a minute, can I go, oh, this must have been part of. I still have two, but they don't have orange stickers on them. Are they for us?
We can, they don't have orange stickers, they may have not, they may be something that,
The originals,
that, yeah, Simone wants to keep
okay.
in the office.
Yeah, fortunately, enough people sign in. On this one is, well, it says return. Oh, okay, all right, yeah, that Simone needs that, I think, that's correct. Okay, wanna do road postings and get Roger out of here?
Jen?
Everybody has their list of, same list as last year, is that Roger?
Exact list from last year. The posting date was the 29th of February. Last year they came off a little early. They came off about the 1st of April. It's really weather sensitive, temperature sensitive. Usually you can expect probably at least 4 to 6 weeks.
Any discussion?
No, make motion.
Road postings?
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded, all in favor? There you go, Roger.
The other part we wanted to discuss about road postings was when these things do come off, we've got the mountain road is posted 15 tons. Bedford side of the mountain road is not posted. There's no warning signs telling you there is a posted road ahead of you. I'm not talking about season postings, I'm talking about year-round posting. That road was rebuilt, resurfaced several times since it was posted. I don't see the need of leaving that 15-ton posting on there. I don't think it's gonna be a shortcut so that you're gonna start seeing a lot more truck traffic or any other heavy traffic over it. To me, it would make sense to remove that 15-ton posting on that road and open it up. That'll take some of the pressure off some of the roads you're already driving to, but
But it would still say posted for this,
it would be a seasonal posting
okay.
as well. There's only 2 roads that we really don't post, other than obviously main roads that we do not have control over, like Cabin Road, Route 111, we don't post Limerick Road out here, and we don't post Newcomb. So there's one corridor through town, but everything else, it's a seasonal posting. To me, it would make sense to remove that one, as well as we've got another one that we talked at budget time about coming up, not this year, but next year was the upper end of Limerick Road, but at that point, once that road is improved, that one could come off as well, but I know what your pleasure is, whether you want me to come back to you at a certain time, or whether you're good with removing it, but you'd actually have to form the vote to take the posting off, year-round posting off.
The trucks do that come up there from Benefit, and all of a sudden they come to that post and they just keep right on going.
No, it's FedEx will knock them through.
Oh,
They put a few, and they want a regular permit forever and a day to travel that road. We don't get that many.
your recommendation is to remove it.
My recommendation would be, again, that if it doesn't have a posting when they're in, they've never had, I talked with the people down there, they were willing to let us put up a road posted head sign in Bedford someplace if we so wished, but trying to maintain a sign somewhere else in another town, that's not something I'd entertain doing. To me, it makes sense to remove that one. And I don't think you're gonna see a lot of extra traffic that's not generated by us already.
Well, we could remove it.
Trash,
There's a
everything that goes across that road from the transfer station, all the hauling, salt, sand and everything comes over it. There's more exemptions now than there ever was as far as fuel trucks and all this stuff. The only ones that are really not exempt is somebody on the hood grab or logs. But Anything else? Feed, grain, milk,
They're all exempt.
and they drive over 5 other roads, they get that. So again, it is your decision, and if you want to talk about that at a future date, or tonight, that's your pleasure.
No, it's before us tonight.
Yeah, what's that?
Actually, it's before us tonight, and.
Well, it's not, it's the only thing that concerns me. And we have the seasonal
The
posting.
seasonal is,
Yeah, and this wasn't on the agenda, I don't know whether anybody would object, but nobody knows that, you know, taking that up at this point in time.
Why don't
I would
we
just
put it
delay
on-
the meetings.
Put it on the
Put it
agenda
on the
for
agenda.
our next
Somewhere-
agenda, and
either around mid-April, and
so we'll have that on the agenda for our next
Yeah.
meeting, and,
give you a little time to think about it.
yeah.
I don't see any adverse effects. I do.
Okay. Thank you, Roger. Ambulance billing 2017 rate change discussion.
Yes, I had provided to you in your packets a rate comparison. When I initially had begun the process of putting this on the agenda, I was thinking to myself that perhaps we were in a non-competitive, or that our rates were extremely low compared to perhaps some of our neighboring communities like Biddeford, Kennebunk, Lyman, and Dayton, the folks that are around us. After the comparison was done, it appears to me that our existing rates seem to be in line with all of our other communities. And it would be my recommendation at this point, just to leave our rates as is for 2017, and then we can revisit it again in 2018 as we revisit it every year. The spreadsheet that I provided you gives you Arundel, Kennebunk, Lyman, Dayton's, Biddeford's cost, what the standard is for Medicare, which is to every community. And the last one is ComStar's average bundled billing, and ComStar is our ambulance collection provider, and covers the entire country. So that what they do is they take their top 50 and they give you an average. So those averages not necessarily related to New England standards and or rural standards. So they're just there, for, I think, for a comparison. So based on all the review that I've seen, unless I hear any strong objections, I'm just going to allow the rates to stand as is.
I have a question.
Okay?
So the towns of Kennebunk and Biddeford, you know, they charge extra for IV oxygen, AGs. Is there a reason why we never did anything like that, you know, or?
I think they tried to bundle it into the ALS 1 or ALS 2 or the specialty care transport is what they tried to do, I think, in some respects. Not something that ever came up as to if we wanted to single those out and add additional fees for those. They're not part of the average billing for ComStar, so if you felt that it was something that I really needed to look at, I think I'd have to go back to ComStar and see if they have averages for that, because when they do their sheet to us, that's not placed on the sheet for, you know, extra oxygen or a defibrillator or
Yeah,
those
it
types
just
of
stood
things.
out for me,
Yeah.
right? I mean, those are two columns that had information that nothing else had, so I'm just kind of curious. And the ComStar average, you said that's a country-wide, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to look at those numbers.
Right, that's what I thought as well, but I thought we'd just put it there for comparison purposes.
Okay, so you'll check on that and find out about those.
I will, and see if ComStat does provide that as an additional cost. If they do, there may be something that we want to add. Other than that, I think our rates are pretty competitive with our neighbors.
Okay. A write-off of personal property, $38.05.
Yeah. We had a personal property tax that we tried to collect over the last, it looks like someone was sent out 1, 2, 3, at least 4 notices that have been returned to us. And when she's contacted the businesses there now, the old business is gone. They don't know where it is, and that kind of thing. I think it's, for the short amount of money that we have here, I would entertain a motion a second to let it go, to write it off.
Spent more on postage already.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Posted is the most time.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
I move that we write the bill off as uncollectible.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded, all in favor?
Sure we can afford that?
Yeah. Accounts payable and payroll warrants?
So moved.
All in favor? Okay. Do we need to go into an executive session?
We do. We have the Arundel Conservation Trust Group that would like to discuss.
Make a motion, we go.
As I understand.
Correct.
Yeah, make a motion, we go to executive session 405-6C, discussion on purchase of property from the
At
At
7:34?
7:33
p.m.
Any decision or announcements expected coming up?
Not that I know of. I'm looking at Sam. Sam says it may be an announcement.
No, I don't think
Well-
that's. But if we wanted to talk to you later, Jones, about sort of some of the background.
Little filling in, might be useful for you.
How long are you gonna be in executive session?
No idea.
We had a motion. We had a second?
Oh,
on that?
second?
Yeah, it's like,
Okay.
Okay, all in
my
favor?
deadline's 8 AM this morning.
All right.
Thank you.
No offense, Peggy.